Hey everyone, I'm your host Elvina. Welcome to Tender Talks. And today we have with us Dr. Gordana. She is a managing partner, no doubt, but apart from that, she's a TEDx speaker, an author, trainer, mentor, consultant, and she dons multiple hats. So, a very dear friend of mine, and at my utmost request, she was very kind and humble enough to join us on Tender Talks. Welcome, Godana, to our show.
Thank you, Elvina. Thank you for your invitation. It's my pleasure.
Thank you. I see that you have so many titles that are attached with you. So, can you just take us through a brief of your professional journey of donning those hats that you have?
Well, it's a kind of a summary of 22 plus years of teaching and training and working with people, working with at all levels. I taught everyone from C-suite to undergrads. And this is kind of a summary of all that. It's actually, there is a common denominator among all my titles. They're all linked to the topic called the circular economy, which is, for our audience, as a brief explanation, is the future without waste. The circular economy is not the recycling economy. It's the world without waste. And this is my passion. I'm passionate about the world in which we live. I'm passionate about our common humanity and the future that we create for this humanity, for the next generation of leaders. And this is what all the titles are somehow connected with my passion for the circular economy. Even my books I write under a pen name, and even my fiction books are connected with this passion.
Amazing, amazing. So, what is your secret to the motivation that you have? What inspires you?
Love what you do. See,
Perfect.
one of my favorite business books is Start With Why with Simon Sinek. And I believe it's crucial to know your why. Why are you getting up in the morning?
Yeah.
Why do you get up in the middle of the night to write down an idea that just woke you up and that comes to your mind? It's the love what you do. I mean, I don't feel like working most of the days, because it's simply something I love doing.
Right. So, what's your secret to success?
um, be persistent, love what you do, and continue, be determined, kind of have a clear goal where you want to get to and work towards it. It won't be a straight line, I promise you that.
Yeah.
Uh,
I guess we all
but
know that.
yes, but it's very important that you break it down into small steps. A year has 365 days, this one 366. And you can accomplish so much if you take that as a series of small steps towards a big goal and not kind of goal. So every day a little bit, and then you will get there. I remember applying that concept when I started learning Chinese. It just, everybody was trying to tell me how difficult it was. But I mean, I still can't claim that I speak Chinese. I did level 4 test, but it's every day a little bit. You just grind at it and grind and grind and grind, and every day a little bit. This has worked for me so far.
Right, right. That's really inspirational because, yes, we have to work towards a goal with smaller goals that, reach the bigger goal, I'll say. So, when we speak about training and mentoring, now you are in the business of training circular economy and you love what you do. So, how is it important, or how important is it for training and mentoring individuals in the world today?
Training and mentoring are extremely important. I work with entrepreneurs, I work with business leaders, It's extremely important. Sometimes it's just somebody playing the devil's advocate and saying, how about this? My mentees are stunned at kind of seeing it the other way, and sometimes simply grounding them in reality, because we all have these lofty ideas and imagination or visions that we want to follow, but we sometimes simply have to be grounded in reality and, as I said, kind of evaluate the next step, next realistic step. So for business leaders, there's a lot of fear involved, fear of losing the position, not being promoted. And we have to understand that fear can be a blocking factor that can sometimes slow down our progress. So we have to look at that. We have to look at that first, but also inspire business leaders to tackle change in a very grounded, realistic way to overcome these obstacles. So these are kind of my approaches to mentoring and training.
Great. So when you speak about fear, of course, everyone has that element of fear of not being in their comfort zone. So how do you inspire and motivate people to come out of that?
Well, I lived in China for 4 years. Let me tell you that the not being in the comfort zone doesn't even come anywhere close to that. I mean, you have that circle. I mean, you have that cross and you have that circle. Outside of your comfort zone. Well, I was way out of that anywhere. I mean, that was so different from any other experience, and I lived in different countries before that.
Right.
Yet it was one of the best experiences that I ever had, and I cherish it. This is one of the reasons why I mentioned it today. It was such an incredible experience. And these things make you grow. Yes, in between you think, oh my God, where am I? And it happens to all of us. It's not like we have it all figured out. But there is a fundamental truth that I always tell my students: there are good people everywhere. And look for good people. And then you will feel surrounded. When you feel surrounded by good people, you will have the strength to pursue, to push on, and to reach your goals. So no matter where you live, where you move to, or what kind of comfort zone is, look for allies, look for somebody who gives you strength, and then you will make it.
Amazing. That's really inspirational and motivational, because in today's rapidly growing landscape, we have people traveling all across the world and even locally as well. But then that element, that anxiety is always there. I don't know what's going to come next. So none of us know. But yes, that takeoff, there are good people everywhere. So that is something that is really important that everyone should understand, because if you encounter one or two people who are negative or whatever, doesn't mean that you are pulled down. You need to get back. So that's really inspirational. So what are your 3 greatest achievements?
My family, my books,
right,
and our clients.
Amazing, amazing. So if you have to describe yourself in one word.
Determination.
Amazing, crazy. I mean, I know you so well, and we're having really good answers, and I'm really having great fun. So if you have to explain your life story in 5 words.
A path was forced on me by external events, but I prevailed.
Right, great. So what is your go-to belief or your go-to value system or purpose, I'll say, to keep you going and motivated on a day-to-day basis?
I believe that we live in a beautiful world that is very fragile and very mysterious and very complex. And our human activity has caused great damages to this system. But I do believe that we as a humanity can adjust to this and continue to have a beautiful world with job creations and abundance. I believe in a world of abundance, yet without causing the damage that we are right now causing.
Right, right. So if we look at it, Gordana, positive mindset is very important. So what is your take on positive mindset and success or growth?
No matter what happened, my family will be there for me.
Yeah. So that's really important. So family is your positive state of mind that you live by.
Yes, family is you know, everything else is great, and I'm proud of myself and proud of my achievements, especially after all the challenges along the path. But family, you know, even if all this is gone for whatever reason, I would still have my family.
Yes, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. So you're an author of, you write as well, and you're an author of a couple of books. So would you like to share some light or some key insights of the books that you have authored?
Well, I write under a pen name of Dana Petrovic, which is a shorter version of my maiden name, because I always loved books. Ever since I started writing, to sometimes to a frustration of my parents, I was lost in books. And to this day, I love books. So I chose a name that is more appropriate with my background and with my roots. So in my books, I wrote 2 books, and I'm working on a short stories that I want to publish soon. There is the fun Mother Earth in it, but it's also a sort of fun. You know, we are taking everything so seriously. But the German book, Explain Life to Me, Please, is a story of a managing director, or who is right now at the crossroads of his life, and how he evaluates what it means to be, and what change is ahead of him, and what significance that has for him. But at the same time, there is a conversation of a man with a frog. The frog could become a human, but it's not sure if that's such a good idea. So the frog asks this man at the river, at the bench, sitting at the bench, if being a human is a good idea. And the more this man at the river tries to explain to the frog what human life consists of, the more he gets into controversy. And the idea behind was to take it easy, to see fun part of life, you know, to laugh at some of our stupid things. Let's put it this way, or to
Yeah, yeah.
laugh at some of our controversy. So let's put it that way. And so this was the idea. And the other one is that was published is a children's story inspired by children in my former neighborhood in Germany. And that's an adventure with Mother Earth, a little girl who is always exploring her grandmother's orchard, finds one day Mother Earth, or meets one day Mother Earth, and they take off on a journey.
Right.
And so this is, I publish academic articles. I published also, edited the book, a business book, and all that. But my inspiration, my other source of my inspiration is writing. Just having fun and observing us humans, and our complexities, put it this way, and sometimes poke fun at those.
Right, right. Amazing. So what's that last piece of advice that you want to share with our audience, youngsters, or people who are watching, of the key takeaways that you want to share with them?
Well, when I was a young woman back then in Croatia, I thought my life was kind of pre-planned, and I had an idea where everything was going, and I never wanted to actually live abroad. This was in 1991. A few months later, everything changed, and looking back now, 32 years later, 33 years later, almost, it could not have been a better journey. Yet, most of the time, I didn't know what was expecting me tomorrow. And that's the beauty of it, the surprise, the discovery. That's the beauty. So we have to get away of this fear of tomorrow and embrace the unknown and shape it as much as we can, but also understand that life loves us and to trust it and to go with it.
Right. So you need to trust life, go with it, because life ultimately loves all of us, is the takeaway that we have from our very own Gordana, who's giving us really inspirational stories and motivational talk that we all require at some point in time. So thank you so much for being a part of the show, and it was a pleasure to have you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Gordana.